Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima. Book 3. Darkness. Interlude 2. The Greatest Show in Alterus. Strombolio peeked from the shadows. He had done this show so many times before. He thought he would be used to it by now. But being the star of the show never came without its nerves. His ringmaster had seen something special in him. That much was true. But was Strombolio really capable of becoming the shining star that his mentor had seen in him? That wasn't the only thing. There was something off about the crowd tonight. He couldn't pin down just what it was. It was also very cold inside the tent tonight, despite the stage lights being on at full blast. He heard the music start. It could wait. He had a show to put on. Strombolio stepped out onto the stage. The music swelled as the stage lights focused their beams on him. He pulled the trigger on his makeshift fireworks launcher, and streams of colorful dark magic swirled out of it and burst into showers of light. A scream broke him out of his trance. No, many screams. He noticed that several members of the audience were hunched over in pain, averting their eyes and clutching their ears. This had never happened before. Then he remembered. He had overheard his ringmaster discussing it with a few of the other adults in the circus a few weeks ago. Alterus had fallen under a curse. Wendigoes attacked the world on a scale no one had ever seen before, and one of the things they despised most was music. They would writhe and wince whenever they heard it. All the color drained from his face. If his hunch was correct, he was in grave danger. He had stumbled into a room full of Wendigo-possessed beings without even knowing it. But the show must go on. The show must always go on. That's what his ringmaster always told him anyway. If the music was hurting them that badly, he had the advantage. Several Wendigos burst from their host's shells and set upon him. A crazed idea entered Strombolio's mind as he glanced down at his creation. He turned the barrel towards one of the Wendigos and fired. It exploded on impact, bursting into a rainbow of sparkles. It hissed and stumbled back. Strombolio caught sight of another Harlequin gremlin near the Calliope. He briefly gave the gremlin a thumbs up before blasting another Wendigo with the magic cannon. The music accelerated and swelled as Strombolio continued to blast the questing Wendigos. They shattered as they were struck, only to pull themselves back together. Even so, their movements slowed as the music in the battle wore them down. The Harlequin gremlin was getting a little worn down himself. This had become a trial of stamina. If he could just last longer than those monsters did, he would win. Just as long as he didn't run out of fireworks in the meantime. He gulped. Two Wendigos gave chase. Strombolio jumped out of the way and straight into one of the posts. Strombolio got an idea. He scrambled to the top of the pole and stood on the platform up top. He'd never used the trapeze equipment before, but he had no time to lose. Grabbing the bar with one hand, he swung down, kicking the Wendigos out of the way. They crashed into piles of boxes as they tumbled through the air. He could hear screams from the audience, both out of fear and out of delight. Indeed, the boxes had shattered upon impact, sending clouds of glittering dust into the air. The Wendigos that crashed into them didn't get back up. The audience's laughter and cheering kept them bound to the ground. The battle went on like this for quite some time. Strombolio swung from the ceiling and landed on the opposite platform. He danced through the air as he continued to blast each Wendigo with the cannon in his free hand. Eventually, with a final burst of light, he revved it up and released a gigantic wave of energy onto the fell beasts, scorching their blackened forms. When the dust cleared, Strombolio could see the remaining Wendigos fleeing towards the horizon. The tent had unfortunately been a victim to the battle. The entire top of it was singed off. but it seemed like no one was badly hurt. Most of the audience members were wise enough to flee the scene when things got ugly. Those who remained only had a few cuts and bruises. "Hey, you there!" Strombolio looked up. Just outside the wall of the tent, he saw 3 creatures he hadn't seen before. A Tengu wielding a trident staff, a reef siren with a brilliant blue pendant around her neck, and a stone-backed troll wielding an axe that looked to be made out of tree branches and vines. All looked to be around his age. I knew the great Strombolio was quite a performer, but I never expected to see a show like this. Strombolio cleared his throat. Pleasure to meet you. What brings you here?" The Tengu responded, "We're on a quest to save Alterus. I couldn't help but notice how skilled you are with that cannon." The Harlequin gremlin blushed slightly. "Oh, this? I just use this for fireworks shows. And the staff I have here was once just black metal and air crystals. I think we could use your help on our journey." Strombolio couldn't agree more. That night, he enlisted the help of all the other workers in the circus. They, of course, all wanted to help as soon as they heard what he was going to do. They all poured their collective dark magic into the cannon once used for fireworks. Strombolio then reloaded it, but this time with grenades filled with laughing gas. Yes, Strombolio had seen how powerful laughter could be in the battle against the flipside forces. The grenades were designed to exploit that weakness. He held it aloft. Well, as they say, the show must go on, even if the show's infested with demons. Isn't that right, my lethal joke? The light of the full moon glinted off the barrel of Lethal Joke. It didn't answer, but Strombolio knew it would say yes if it could. Hi there, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you would like more from our friend Jack Thunder, you can check out my new book series, Jack Thunder and the Fragments of Anima, on Amazon using the link in the description. Or you can head on over to my Teespring and grab a few things from my shop. And please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more content every week. Thank you for watching.